Hey everyone, back for another NHL and hockey video. I'm going to be talking about a lot more in the NHL world coming up in November here. Talking a bit more Leafs here. There's actually an OHL trade that affects the Leafs big time. There's also some NHL speculation. And also what's going on with Auston Matthews. Everyone's panicking. We're just over 10 games into the season and everyone's saying Auston Matthews is done. He's finished before 30. Let's chill out. Let's talk about Auston Matthews as well. But this guy on the screen, Steven Stamkos, I'm making a take because I think everyone's asking, is this guy cooked? What's going on? Right? Like, he's not producing. He's older, slower. What's the role he can be? Or, like, what's that role look like? To me, it's on a team like Toronto. It's on a team like maybe Colorado. A team like that has those guys. Like, even I look at the conversation for a team like the Los Angeles Kings. And I know Stamkos has been connected to the Kings before. Like, I feel like a complementary piece to a team that's already a contender. You know what? Stamkos has been connected to so many times, like to the Leafs, because of the hometown aspect. But Stamkos has had opportunities to sign with the Leafs, and he's chosen to either return to Tampa or go to Nashville. I don't think he wants to be in the market of Toronto. But if he's struggling this much, different story. So I'm kind of saying, hey, the Leafs could make it work. Even if Nashville doesn't retain any, but even if they retain like $2 million, they definitely could make it work. Send the contracts to Jarnkrok Kampf, attach like Robertson, who's been scoring in back-to-back games now, and of course you could do some draft capital as well. If it's a scenario for Toronto where you can get Stamkos into the top six, he's been buddies in the past with John Tavares. I think that would be a lot more of a scoring threat on the power play as well, where the Leafs have struggled big time. They need more shooting from the perimeter, more of that threat. Stamkos could bring that, and there's so many skilled forwards in the power play. They just need more of that shooting and that chaos in the net. So Stamkos could obviously provide that presence, and maybe you could even spread out the power plays where you have like Nylander, Riley, and OEL on like a second unit driving that unit, and then maybe it's an all forward for the top unit. They did it last year. You never know. But so many conversations, and just a comparable I wanted to quickly talk about. Logan Cooley signed the deal for $10 million per year over 8 years. So that's going to be comparable to keep an eye on because, of course, Matthew Nye signed the deal for under $8 million. Like, there's a lot of these younger guys coming up that are signing for $8, $9, $10 million. And then Martin Necas just signed for over $11 million a year. It's kind of that conversation, wow, you actually signed him for that much per year, long term, and you could have kept Rantanen. So a lot of these contracts being handed out. Leaf fans are panicking, but as you guys can see, I'm wearing the hat. Like, Blue Jays are the conversation in Toronto right now. So for me, if the Jays weren't on, I'd probably be ranting a lot crazier on the Leafs. But also, it's like deja vu for me because at the end of the day, the Leafs have done this every year where they lose a lot of games in October, they look like a mess, and then they turn it on in November. I think it's just one of those things, like, it's a new system. It's no Mitch Marner. There's a lot more to come. I also quickly wanted to talk about this, guys. Of course, if you've been on this channel for a while or you've been following me on socials, I do work in the OHL and I work with the Bulldogs. So the fact that Ben Danford, first round draft pick, prospect of the Toronto Maple Leafs, is heading to the Bulldogs in a year where we could see our team win it all. So it's really cool. I'm super grateful, and just it's so cool to be part of. So Ben Danford, Zach Sandu to the Bulldogs, and a massive package going to the Oshawa Generals. So just for Leaf fans watching this video, Ben Danford is looking for that championship just like Easton Cowan did with the London Knights. It's definitely a confidence boost. It's a guy that you want to see with the World Juniors, a guy that you want to see have that championship experience. So I will keep you guys updated because I will be watching Ben Danford every home game and be hosting for the Bulldogs. So really, really cool that Danford's now part of the Bulldogs, and now the Bulldogs have two Leaf prospects, Ben Danford and Sam McHugh, so we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, guys, if you want to follow me on X, that's my account. But yeah, give me your thoughts, guys. The Auston Matthews struggles, like, I get the conversation of, like, does he look hurt? Is there something going on? A lot of these conversations, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then, of course, I'll probably talk about this trade in this edition a couple more times throughout the next few months and just see how it's going. But yes, as a Bulldogs person that works on the team, but also just as a fan, it's pretty cool to see Benny Danford on the Bulldogs. So if you guys haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit the notification bell. I'm a little rusty on the videos, but I just figured, you know what, when I can come on between all the chaos of all the jobs I'm working and everything I'm doing, it's cool just to hop on and talk with you guys. So if you want to see more styled videos, like, I did see comments from you guys talking about some suggestions that I could do for video streams, things like that. I soaked it in. Trust me, I'm not ignoring you. I liked a few of the comments, so I really appreciate it. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video. But don't panic on Matthews. It's early. November Leafs are always way better. Is Steven Stamkos a trade target? Possible. Like I said, you have a couple contracts you could send to Nashville. You can make it work. Are the Preds ready to move on from that contract? It might get worse than it does get better, so maybe. And then, of course, like I said, let's keep an eye on Ben Danford because he's the next Leafs prospect to crack the team, potentially as soon as next year. Thanks, everyone. Talk soon. Go Blue Jays. Peace.